So, what's all this about? What's changing this year?
What's it all about? Vicky.
Sound like a monk then.
A monk. Okay.
In a monastery.
I'm very hot in my jumper. It's fine. We'll keep going. So it's 2026 and the landscape it's changing.
To what?
We spoke about this a lot last year on how we feel dog training, behaviour industry globally is very set in its ways from
archaic.
I
love that word, archaic, and it perfectly is the dog industry.
Yes.
Describes it perfectly.
Which is ironic because the dog knowledge is epic.
Yeah.
And we are miles ahead.
It's always moving forward, all the science around
it's
dog
incredible.
Knowledge.
Like every time I go to a conference, I'm like, oh, genius, love it. Absolutely, like give me more, let me consume more. But we're still trying to deliver one-off sessions. Behaviour consults are still pretty much, packs of 3? You get your longer consult.
Packs of 3?
Packs of 3?
I've got like a cellophane packaged up thing in my head now.
Oh.
A pack of 3.
Okay. My brain went to like a pack of dogs, but okay.
Right.
Pack of 3. Some little wolves. Anyway.
And in many cases, not even that. Like I never did packs of 3. I just one-off sessions. But yeah, it's that old-fashioned thought process around how we deliver the services, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you could genuinely look back over the last however many years and go, oh, look, that's that and that's that. And there's classes and there's this and there's that and blah, blah, blah. And the price points haven't changed much either.
Not a lot.
If at all.
Not a lot.
Maybe gone up by about a £5. Maybe a £10.
And if it has, it's all the worry about putting a price increase out there.
Yes.
All the conversations I see about this. How do we even go about starting to do it? What justifications do we need to give? I saw something in a Facebook group actually quite recently. Like, what are the things I need to tell people? Like, it's your business. You just put... Do you think, like, Tesco tell you when they're putting the prices up and justify it? No. You just do it. You just buy it.
Almost becomes an expectation, doesn't it? Like I expect my gas and electric to go up every year.
Everything goes up.
Yeah. It's like, oh, can't possibly put my prices up though. But what we're finding is that the landscape in terms of the marketplace, in terms of prospective clients, I genuinely believe is changing because of how fast-paced the entire world is now.
Yep, agree.
And we're more time precious than we ever have been before. So maybe before we used to be able to dedicate Thursday evenings to puppy classes. And now maybe I can't because it's the only time I can get to body pump at the gym. So maybe the dog gets, left behind in that sense and I don't have time to do it.
I think attention spans are reduced as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Like if we can only bear to watch a reel on TikTok for 3 seconds and then we switch off, like even not
Scary,
even 3
isn't
seconds
it?
in some cases. Like
Yeah.
what chance have we got?
Yeah. And you grab somebody's attention in like a second. Like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Gone, lost. So, I think people are evolving and changing and technology keeps evolving and changing and not everyone can, difficult to keep up with it all. And I think this is where it may sound like a bit of a contradiction or it may feel a little bit grey because I suppose it is, because there is always going to be anomalies. There's always going to be some things that will still work. Like the public in general will probably still be saying this year, I need a puppy class. I need socialisation for the dog. But I think what we have to be mindful of is what we are all striving for and what we are all pushing for, which is for the public to be more educated around their dogs. All the good news is it's actually starting to seep in. Slowly, but it is starting to seep in, which means at some point the public will start looking at how these services are delivered and go, hold on. If we're kind of being told that, for argument's sake, puppy classes aren't the best, why still offering them? And we're getting a little bit more clued up on it. because all of us out there are trying to do the education bit, and content is becoming more and more accessible. People are turning to things like ChatGPT to ask it for solutions on how to do things. So where does that leave us if everything stays the same?
Yeah, and we've had lots of conversations recently around that these classes are harder to fill.
Yep.
That it's increasingly feeling disheartening, and there's more trainers popping up. This is always a theme, that there's more and more trainers. And the way you've got to look at this is go, well, if there's more and more trainers, there's more and more demand. More and more people are getting dogs every year. Like, that figure just keeps going up. So there's definitely the market for it out there, but it's now, what can we do to be able to be successful in that marketplace? Like, how do we need to change our points of view from these archaic, old-fashioned models that have been going since the 90s to 2026 now? And how do we stand out? How do we get seen? How do we deliver better services for people? And I think what we can only say is, like, it's your responsibility as those dog trainers out there to start thinking like you're in 2026 and stop thinking like you're in 1990. And it's a hard thing to do. Again, like, a lot of this is hard, but you either carry on the way you are, struggle to fill the classes, don't make them viable. You know, how many people out there that are listening to this are getting 1 or 2 people in a puppy class where you'd normally fill it with 8 people at the moment? Because the needs are more now. The way people are going to spend money now is that they're going to need to see that that is a good return on their investment. And even if it's 100 quid, it's still 100 quid that somebody's going to spend on a puppy class that might not be quite good enough.
Yeah. And I think we all know this, that the pressures on dogs are increasing. Like, their natural world is diminishing, really. Yeah. More and more of us are expecting and getting dogs to, I want to say us, I don't mean any of you listening, because we're all the dog geeks that will go like, oh, we got a dog to actually do stuff with. But again, and I'm massively generalising here, but a good chunk of the population, I feel, want dogs as companions, as another fluffy thing in the house to, I don't know, just like be there, have a little cuddle with, maybe go on a little moochy walk for maybe not very long, or, you know, like, or just a walk of a weekend, and like a bigger type of hike.
Yeah.
And
but again, if they're busy people, they're going to have limited time.
Yeah.
Therefore, like, this is why there's so many problem dogs out there.
Mhm.
And it's that like, yeah, it's that effect that's snowballing, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think it's now more than ever, certainly with technology ramping up the way that it is, and with, like we've just said, the pressures on people and dogs making massive impacts on how each spend their lives daily, we really have to start connecting on that human level again and go, what do you need? How can I help you? And again, this sounds contradictory, but almost create that bespoke, off-the-shelf solution that the off-the-shelf solution, God, it's hard to say, is your core offering, but the bespoke element is because you're delivering it in a way that can be tailored to that individual. So essentially like a bespoke one-to-one.
Yeah. Yeah, and it you also have to question, and this might sound controversial, whether lots of the exercises that are taught in dog training classes these days are the idealistic type exercises that we go, this is so fun to teach, this is a great thing, this will build relationships up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying, like, I've done all these things, by the way, I'm sure that you guys do listening and having that same thought process. But is that really meeting the needs of that dog owner with the problems they are coming to you for? even if it's just a puppy class, there's a reason they're going to that puppy class. It may be just to tick a box, but it also may be we've started seeing niggly little things here, things that we thought we could solve from a book or YouTube or whatever, and we're finding that we're not being able to do that. Are you covering those things? Are they things that are relevant to that person? And of course, the challenge with a group class, and if it's only a group and that's the only access to you, is that you are tailoring one thing to potentially 8 different sets of owners there. And what might be relevant for one, completely relevant, and they go, wow, this is brilliant, this is exactly what we're experiencing, might be completely irrelevant to somebody else. And so we go like, yeah, we're going to teach these great things. And is it actually what people need? And I don't think personally we spend enough time understanding what it is that somebody exactly needs, and what the services that we should be offering are based on those things. And we've had these conversations before around really owners. And again, we're going to blanket this, but owners really just want a dog that listens to them, settles really nicely in public, ignores pretty much dogs and people and just goes like, oh, okay, hi, and doesn't jump up them, doesn't get overexcited. And that's it. They want a dog that is just happy to walk alongside them, not get itself in trouble, and settle really nicely in the pub or a cafe. And for the most part, I would say, of the most part of the population that get a dog, that is what they want from a dog.
Yep.
So is all this stuff that we're shoehorning into these services, is that what really is necessary?
Yeah. I think it's right. It comes down to knowing what type of service do you want to be offering? Like who's your ideal audience? Who are you targeting and all of that stuff? And I think this is where, again, there is such a great opportunity this year, I feel, to really market yourself to the minority and start moving away from mass marketing, because yes, more and more trainers are popping up. Whether you see that as a bad thing or a good thing, I think it's a good thing personally, because like you've already mentioned, it means that there is a need for it. However, what causes the fear around all of this is that everyone seems to be on a race to the bottom. So if somebody pops up and goes, oh, I'm a new dog trainer, you can have a £10 session with me. Then if I'm a trainer that's a bit more established and maybe I'm asking for £30 a session, I'm like, oh, I can't compete with £10 a session. Everyone's going to flood to the £10 a session one. Like, no, they're not. Not necessarily. And even if they did, that £10 trainer can only take so many people on.
Yeah. Do you know, I've just popped into my head when you were saying that.
You looked like you had a little bit of a moment.
You know, when you see new hairstyle, like hairdressers, and they'll go like, get in with, this name's just popped into my head, Carly. And Carly will give you a cut and blow dry for £15.
Yeah.
Because she's newly qualified. Do all the other hairdressers in the salon suddenly put their prices down? No, because they have been doing it for a lot longer. They're more experienced. They have their core client base. They wouldn't dream of racing to the bottom like that. It's maybe an introductory offer that somebody's putting on. So why do we feel the need to do it in the dog training industry or the dog industry?
I honestly don't know.
It's around it as well, isn't
it's fear-based again. Everything is fear of like, oh, I'm going to lose out. I'm going to do this. They're going to take all my clients. And again, it's really looking at it to go, how many people can you realistically serve anyway? So even if everybody came to you, could you keep up with that demand? Mm-hmm. Would you want to? Is another thing. Yeah,
and there's a lot of fear around if they live in a rural area. This crops up a lot, doesn't it?
Yes.
I only live in a really small village and, people have to drive to me. Well, I'm guessing if you're rural, most people will drive.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everyone will, but it's quite highly likely that people have got cars and they can travel.
Yeah.
And is anywhere that remote, come up with pitchforks here, but is anywhere that remote that there's not.
But again, realistically, even if there is, because there's bound to be, always is, factor it in and go, right, I either need to accept that I've got a small market in front of me. So therefore, I'm going to hit a point where I can't physically take any more on. This is where customer retention 100% comes in.
Yeah.
Like, you need to create a product and service that will retain customers, not constantly attract new ones. So to me, like that's exactly the model I'd be looking to adopt if I am in a really remote rural setting with, let's say there's only 50 people in my village. Well, yes, realistically, you are not limiting yourself. Your environment is limiting in what you can offer. But this is where looking at that bigger picture strategy to go, okay, then. So realistically, let's say there's 50 people in my village. 20 at any one given time are going to get a new dog. So realistically, puppy classes might be off the cards because I might only get one every couple of years.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. However, if I offered bespoke one-to-one training, bespoke trained for you, it might tick me over, but maybe it's still not enough because realistically there's only 20 people in the village that have dogs. So options are, you as the business owner either need to be comfortable with travelling further afield. You as the business owner either need to get comfortable with advertising that people come to you. You create an online element, but be mindful that if you're going to go down that online route, with anything, there is a lot of work that goes into it. But there's options.
It could just be the Zoom route, though. It doesn't
exactly.
have to be
It's like you still do one-to-one training. You just deliver it on Zoom.
Or and the other option as well is, again, if you are rural, living in a village and the next one is like 20 miles away, is building up that awareness and having that value behind it that people are willing to travel away from that area as well.
Yeah.
And if you're happy to travel outside of that area, you make sure those fees are positioned accordingly.
Yeah.
To factor it in as well.
So I think even though the landscape is changing and has been changing over the last year, I'd definitely say it's really starting to shift.
18 months, isn't it?
Yeah. I think the business fundamentals, business 101, never fully understood 101, but...
No, I don't really get the 101 thing.
But you know what it is.
Comes up a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah,
101.
business 101. Don't know. Business fundamentals, I'll stick with that. These haven't changed. The fundamentals of business are still that you need to have a robust enough system that you can rinse and repeat it. Like if you're attracting classes, one-to-ones, whatever it is, can you rinse and repeat it? Could you step away from the business, bring somebody in and the business still work? And let's assume that this person you brought on is the equivalent of you, they're just not you. Are you at that stage yet where you can rinse and repeat a model? That's essentially what everyone should be working towards. We're still working towards that. Yeah. It takes time. But I think definitely for 2026, we've got an opportunity to be playful, I think. Be playful, be creative with your offers and go, right, how can I bring these together? These are the things I loved doing in my dog training business. I loved just getting creative and playful with my services. It's why I created that 90-day puppy class. And I threw in one-to-ones as well. So everybody got 2 one-to-ones as well as a 10-week course.
Yeah, and it's asking yourself, what do people really need? Like, what are they going to benefit from? What's going to move them forward? What's going to be the solution? In an ideal world, what would they get? And then start putting that offer together to make sure that is the thing that they need. Like one of our clients recently, he loves all the scent stuff, scent work, and we were talking about that as a side arm almost of his business, and going like, oh, so the core is the typical, obediency stuff and the puppy stuff, but really my passion is the scent stuff. We're like, oh, okay. So tell me more about that. Oh, well, it can be really beneficial for like reactive dogs and actually brilliant. Obviously I know this. I'm like, yeah, great. But people don't see the value in the scent stuff. So therefore I just do that on the side for the really dedicated people. And then I keep offering the other stuff, which I really don't kind of enjoy as much, but I kind of do, but I'd really like that scent bit to come into it. And I was like, so let's create something where scent work is incorporated and it's part and parcel of the way you train. And it's something you're known for and something that people recognize in you and go like, oh, that sounds amazing. I get my reactive dog trained by this guy who has a passion for scent work, and I don't really know much about that thing yet, but I'm going to. and he talks about it in such a way whereby offers that solution and it shows you the benefits and all that kind of stuff. And when we talked it through, he was like, oh my gosh, oh, can you do that? I'm like, yeah, it's your business. If you like the sound of that, you can absolutely go all in with making that your thing, talking about it till the cows come home, making sure everybody knows that's what you're about. And I even like coined the phrase like the scent work guy, you know, that kind of thing. And he was like, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely brilliant. I just didn't see a way that I could actually incorporate it in. I was like, you can do anything. And this is where we're limiting ourselves, aren't we? Because we just don't know what we don't know. And
We've all been stuck in a box.
We've all been stuck in this 90s model that we don't have to be in. And then you can look at how much time does somebody need with you? What is that typical amount of time that someone needs to get things right, start changing habits, start implementing it and continuing implementing it, and making sure they don't fall off a cliff? Like, what does that time period look like? And we start building it all together.
We have almost lost the, and again, it's not just us. It's not just the doggers out there.
No, it's not just doggers.
It's somebody said to me the other day, so are you going to get a tutor for your kids? I was like, for what? Why? Well, Clay especially should be reading and writing by now. Okay, really?
Should be.
Should be. And again, I'm human, so my immediate internal response, because I wouldn't do it externally, was like, oh fuck, should he? Should he be reading and what? Like, do I need to go and get a tutor? Am I failing him? And then when I could like breathe and just, again, I say breathe, like I wasn't pissed off or anything. I was just, my immediate response was, oh, I'm failing him. Maybe I should be doing that because everybody else his age who's in the school system, in the box, is doing the stuff. And I'm very far removed from the box on that particular thing. But again, just having that ability, which is hard, to be able to walk away and give yourself that space in whatever that space looks like for you and go, I'm good with that decision and I'm good with exploring and I'm good with playing in that space. And I know that if I ever changed my mind or if I ever felt like I needed to go down that route, there are options available. I feel like I could get a tutor at any moment in time, should I want to.
And it's like treading a new path, isn't it?
It is. And it's difficult.
Treading a new path is always scary. It's always like, gosh, shit, am I doing the right thing? You're always a bit with trepidation. And you might get a bit judgment. You might get people going like, oh God, she's doing that. That's a bit out there. You know, you get it all the time with the kids, but I've done various things in my life where people have gone, what? Like, that's a bit out there, a bit weird.
Why did you get an Italian greyhound?
Well, I question that like at the moment. Why did I get a whippet puppy that can't be left on its own? Even more to the point. Does anyone know a dog trainer that can help me? Where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought now. You put pesto in the mix. But there's been things before, like when I've got tattoos and apparently it might limit my job opportunities, like my dad used to say. And it's like, oh fuck, have I? Am I never going to get a job again because I've got tattoos? And then I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. Like, stick to my own, my own thoughts and my own feelings around it. But it makes you doubt yourself. But I think the truer to yourself you are, the self-belief you have around what it is that you do, how you do it, and how you help people, that will be the thing that drives you.
God, you're absolutely. I had self-belief in myself earlier when I said the word silo.
Oh my God. Has anyone else not heard of silo?
She was looking at me as if to go like, what? Well, actually, not even just looking at me. I had the look and the words to go, what the fuck are you on about?
Silo? I've never ever heard of this word.
Silo.
I must be very ill-educated, but I've never heard of it.
Weird.
I thought you meant solo and you just said it wrong.
No. See? Just tread your own path. Have self that belief. What? Have self-belief.
It's self-belief, isn't it? In knowing, I don't want to go down the imposter syndrome route because it comes up all the time, but Like if you are good at what you do and you get good results for people in the limited business model that you might be currently running in, but you know, let's say generally speaking, you get people that love you and want to work with you.
Let's face it, it's all relationship building, isn't it?
I mean, you know, when I look back, I go, oh God, I could have been doing things way better. Still got great feedback, still got people coming back to me, still got reinforcement and winging it, all that stuff. But deep down, I knew there was a better way. I knew there was something else, but I just didn't know how. And then as soon as it got kind of that door open to me, I was like, oh my God, like, yes, of course, this is better for people. And it's not because I'm stupid. It's not because I'm, you know, I've just this indoctrination of this industry and tunnel vision and being funneled into doing something that you think you can't do anything different from. That's all it was. And as soon as those doors flung open and as soon as like you almost have the validation to go like, go for it, do whatever you want. It's okay. Nobody's going to tell you off. And you will only do better things. Yeah. Then that was it for me. I was like, let loose and went with it. But
it's like, it's permission to play, isn't it? Yeah, it's just like,
it is a validation thing a lot of the time, don't you think?
Yeah. But again,
I hear a lot from my clients, is that okay? Like, can you do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find that really fascinating because why do we think we can't do it?
Without sounding like a doom and gloom, I genuinely think it's just a culture we're brought up in.
It so needs to change though.
Yeah.
It so frustrates the hell out of me that it's still like this.
But it's life really, isn't it? It's not just this.
Yeah, but this particularly, what we're talking about now, drives me up the wall.
I know.
Mission is to change it.
Yeah. And you know what? I think if you're the type of person, because as much as I'm saying like be creative and be playful, I would not put my brain in that box that I am a creative person. Vicky, on the other hand, like I would say like interior design or that like I would put you in a creative box. Me, I'd put me in a spreadsheet box.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is weird, I find, because I don't feel like I fit that.
But at the same time,
thing.
You have the ability to think outside the box more than me in a lot of ways.
It's weird. It's weird.
What's your classes? What's your version of creative?
Well, yes, exactly this. Arts and crafts is my version of creative and I hate it.
Oh my God, I love arts and crafts.
No.
Let me loose.
Absolutely not.
With sticky things and pens.
If I have to give the kids arts and crafts stuff to do, I'll be like, right, I'll set them up and then I'll go sit away from it and just watch from afar.
We still like when me and Mum went to a Christmas market at the weekend and she was like, oh, Vicky, you'd have loved that when you were a kid. You'd have loved it. I'm like, I love it now. Like I'd do it, give it to me now and I'll do it now. She's like, Lucy, on the other hand, my sister, no, not interested, but give it to me. I'm like, yay.
What I was getting at with that was, if you don't feel like you're my version of a creative, like an arts and crafty type thing, then you can just keep things simple. Like, I don't feel like I don't think I came up with anything new as such. I just looked at what I was doing and went, okay, what do people need? Because realistically, all I did was extend the 5-session package to 10 and I called it a program instead of a package.
You consolidated all where we like to split things up in dog training and give people a break and let's end one thing and start another. You just continued it.
Yeah, and just lumped it in one because actually for me, it was simpler for my brain to go like, oh, so I don't have to keep selling and selling and selling. I can just sell one thing. Perfect. That suits me.
But we have the problem in this industry with are people going to buy that amount? Like, are people ready for the commitment? Are people willing to pay that much money for it in one go? Because effectively, you could be charging out lots of different services that equate to exactly the same as the high ticket program that we're encouraging people to do, right? Mm. And it's probably over the same time period, but we're just doing it in one like lump because then you get the upfront commitment from somebody and you don't get these itty bitty breaks and people go like, oh, I'll try and do it on my own and now, oh shit, I'm failing at that, I need you again. And it just has more chance of working, you know, as well. But it's that fear around that people will actually pay for something like that, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. And again, for me, this landscape now, I don't feel like Race to the Bottom's ever worked. but certainly in this day and age now, I think people are actually willing to invest more in a result. And I don't mean invest just in terms of finances. I think they're willing to invest time in the right places as long as they can see a result at the end of it. And I think this is where ad hoc, low ticket, air quote solutions, because they're not solutions.
No.
And I think people are seeing through it now and they're going, do you know what? Like, I don't know, even if it's 65 quid for a one-off consult, let's say, could I refer to YouTube or ChatGPT to get an answer? Probably.
Yeah.
So where would I more likely be inclined to spend my time versus do I feel like I'm going to get an outcome from investing, even if that turned from £65 to over 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, whatever it is. If I felt like I was going to get the result at the end, I don't feel like I'm going to get a result from ChatGPT, Google or YouTube for a £2,000 program, or rather versus a £2,000 program, sorry. So I'm more likely in this day and age be willing to invest.
Yeah, and if people are putting the time and effort into showing you what that outcome could be and building that awareness of themselves and showing themselves to be a real human being that can connect with you and take you through that journey, there's the trust building and there's all the substance around it that you need to know that the outcome is very likely going to happen.
Yep.
Whereas all the faceless stuff or the techie stuff, which, yes, it's great. Yes, it helps in lots of ways. Like, is that going to be the solution? Well, no.
Lots more is going to happen this year, I feel.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Defo.
We'll keep you posted.
Yeah. Come here for the latest intel
Yeah.
in the dog business industry.
Yeah. If you are not watching us on the YouTube,
Why not?
well, yeah. Why not, for
Did
starters?
you even know we're on YouTube? I don't think a lot of people still know we're on YouTube.
No, we are on
We
YouTube.
change our outfits. We make an effort for you and you don't even watch us. Like, we feel very hurt by it.
Bit extreme.
No, we're trying to just build up this awareness of YouTube.
Yeah, like, you know us by now, nothing but transparent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we genuinely want to get this podcast out to as many people as possible. So our favour to ask, what are you doing that weird thing for?
Is this what you're going to ask? Who do you know that could benefit from the Let's Talk Dog Business podcast?
It wasn't, but it's a smashing question.
There we go.
Okay. I was going to be more direct and say, do us a favour, go on over to YouTube and hit subscribe.
We'll do that. And then who else would know?
We both get to ask her one thing because we're a duo.
Okay.
Down
Split
for
in half.
Toodaloo.